Welcome back into Talking Fitchburg. Joined today for the Fitchburg Senior Center, my friend and director, Jill McHone. Jill, welcome back to the show.
Director of what?
Director of Senior Center.
Thanks.
No, it could be director of Fall Festivals.
What could be director of
Director of that
whatever
patio.
You want for that
Director
day.
of patio.
Patio director.
Nothing else now, just director of patio.
Yeah, yeah.
What a beautiful space. It opened up in September.
Right?
Wow.
Wow is right. More beautiful than I even anticipated, and worth every, I think, tear I shed in fundraising and the stress about, building a project. I think the last time I had to be involved in a big project was when we put the addition on, and that was super stressful. So I thought this is smaller, but just there was a lot going on, a lot of details behind the scene and fundraising, and we thought about this patio years and years ago, and then really I was thinking from the time we said, we're going to try to do this, and how do we make it happen? It was almost 3 years, two and a half years of just the conceptual design and thinking down to the finished product, but it is gorgeous.
Yeah, it turned out really nice. It fits well with the building. It fits well with when you're walking in.
Yep.
I think like if you're driving in, you don't necessarily see it, but then you're passing, you're like, wait, what was that?
Right. You're right. It just fits into that little nook, I guess, right there, and. Yeah, it's really, really pretty, and I am so happy to see people using it already. We've had some small groups meet out there, volunteers in between, they take their breaks out there, and it's just a wonderful space, and I hope, the community uses it. I think it'll be more of a focal point for, hey, let's go over there, have a cup of coffee, sit outside.
I was just going to say that. Do you think, your senior center is not just a senior center?
Right.
It's a meeting place for older adults to come and hang out, and this encompasses that. You come through the door and you're like, that's inviting.
Exactly. And I think, as the community center as well, we're all in the shared space, that is also a shared space. And as user groups start to see the patio and, that maybe they'll be like, hey, we could meet out here, or, I'm going to bring my kids up here, we're going to ride our bikes, we're going to hang out, have, take a little break here, whatever. So I hope to see it be used more, and certainly, we've got October, so I think we'll have some nice days certainly coming up that people will be out there.
Well, yeah, and the trees there too. I mean, you're right in where the trees are turning colors right now.
I know.
So,
whatever those trees are too, if they're Buckeyes or whatever, they're dropping a lot of stuff.
Good. Stop by to the patio. It is beautiful. Well, there's a lot of things happening, of course, this month of October. The first one is a new Lunch and Learn series that you're starting. What Lunch and Learn? That's going to be on the patio too, right?
Well, no, I don't know if we'll be able to fit the, hundreds that we'll have, but this is super exciting for a couple of reasons. For one is I'm working with Janice Hughes from the Commission on Aging Well, and she has really lined up a lot of speakers and done a lot of work behind the scenes. And so it's really exciting, to start a Lunch and Learn series, because it is going to, those that don't have transportation are able to participate, which is something that we usually have not had the opportunity to offer. Our contracted bus company, Transit Solutions, has agreed to do a later pickup on these days, which is wonderful. So anyone can participate. So often we have them after lunch, and people that don't drive can't get there. So super excited to do this Lunch and Learn, kicking it off Wednesday on the 4th. Show up around noon. Maria Lopez Marquez from Summit is going to talk about scams, which is so important. We're seeing it. It's on the rise again. We're having older adults come in and share their stories, and they're frightening, and it happens. And, scammers are smart. And, you even me, I fall prey to people.
We do 6 segments a month on scamming and prevention and everything else, because they're always adjusting. They're always doing something different, and it doesn't just target the senior population now. It targets everybody. But nevertheless, you can never let your guard down.
You can't, and follow. I was watching yours on Fact TV, your scam program, because you can never know
your scam program.
Your scam program. This is our scam program.
This is our scam program.
All the scam programs are good. And so anyway.
Sorry.
So that's the first one, October 4th, and then October 18th is our very own mayor, Julia Frada, and just super excited to have her come down and talk about her vision. She's got some history with the city, and a lot of people might not know that. And so for her to share that history and talk about her successes and her vision for the future and some challenges the city is facing. So really excited to have her coming. So that's October. And then, grab your newsletter. We've got 2 in November, 2 in December, covering a lot of great topics from, brain health, medication management, holiday safety, and more. So
I need to get on the list. I want to come speak at a Lunch and Learn.
Yeah,
I'll
have to vet you. I don't know. We'll see. I don't know.
January. Can I get on the list?
Yeah. Well, January's slow. We'll bring you in.
Well, that's probably not a good thing, because then I'm like, it's just Jeremy.
Yeah. So, and you can bring your own lunch. You can have lunch at the senior center. You just got to call a day in advance. Transportation available to anybody, so call if you need a ride.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
It's going to be fun.
I am excited.
And the transportation thing, I know, is a hot button topic there. So to line that up with it on top of it, that's a good thing there. So
very
awesome.
Nice. Yeah.
Well, we'll dive a little bit into the newsletter and a hands-only CPR course coming back. The first time you did it, you had a waiting list.
I was really surprised, and we had a waiting list, and it's a great class and a good refresher. So October 19th at 1 o'clock. So that you do have to pre-register for. So get on the list quick. I think he caps it at around 20. So, EMS does that for us, which is really nice.
That is. It's an easy skill to learn and be able to have in a scary time. But when I say easy, I mean it's easy to learn and understand. And everybody should know how to do it or know what to do in that situation. So it's good. Any other ones that stand out to you? I don't want to. There's so many to pick from.
I'm like, I know. So this new one. On the front page, the Women Supporting Women, that's been going on for a long time, and they're kind of just in the background. We couldn't fit very many in there in the library, and so we never really advertised it, but I'm really glad to see Carol Tyler, who's the facilitator, opening up the group again, and it really is just a support group for women, come and talk about what's going on in your life, your losses, what you're experiencing. So opening that back up, and hopefully people will take advantage of that. We do have a lot of women's stuff, but we also have a men's group, and that's open to anyone too. And I think they support themselves within those meetings as well. Women certainly like to talk about their emotions more oftentimes, but if somebody wants to start a Men Supporting Men group, Jeremy, you're more than welcome.
Sure. I'll do that during the Lunch and Learn. We can start there.
All right.
You're right though. Those groups have been. They've always been there. They've just kind of always been happening, and it probably changes out pretty frequently with new members and stuff. So if people want to get involved though, they have to call Carol direct.
They have to call Carol. Yep.
Okay. Perfect.
Yep.
Well, Jill, it's another busy month. Certainly appreciate the time, and maybe we can meet on the patio.
Let's do it.
November.
We better do it next week.
No, let's do it.
Let's do it next week. It's
when
gonna
do
be
you
warm.
pull the furniture? We gotta wait till.
I'll wait till that snow flies. Well, or unless we get ice. We'll pull on that, so we'll be very careful.
All right. Well, thank you so much for your time, and pick up your newsletter or check the website.
Yep.